the racing league on this wonderful Sunday night. We got some prime time racing. We finished up that Texas race, going on to Bristol with these Cup cars, 50% race, and it's going to be two times wear with stages, cautions, all that good stuff. This is Enoch 22. Again with me, thank you Trey, and thank you Grim for joining us. Really appreciate it. It's gonna be a nice long race at Bristol. Grim, what are you looking forward to for this race?
Um, I'm looking for patience, honestly, because this is a short track and a lot of these guys want to just go. I'm really hoping to see a lot of patience and not a lot of caution. For being a
I
big short track Bristol, tempers are going to flare, and majority of it just we just came from Texas, so if there's any, I don't know if there's any tempers flare from that race into this one, but I feel like more patience for everybody here would be actually perfect for this race. Bide your time, let the run go. If you're faster, if the guy's faster, let him go, like we did at Texas. Then run him back down.
yeah,
Just 3 to 4. We won't be able to do 3 to 4 five, wide racing here like we did at Texas.
no, not at all. I agree, man. Those are some great points. Hey, Trey, I got a question for you, man. Seeing as this is gonna be a custom lobby, custom setups, do you think we're gonna see groups like teams doing better than other teams, or is it gonna be sporadic, like one guy from one team, one from another? Do you think these guys work
Uh,
together a lot? What are you expecting with in that kind of case?
well, it all depends. It really does, cause like saying, I can throw you or Grandma setup. We're on the same team. I'm running 15 flats.
Exact.
I throw it to you or Graham. You might run a 14-9, but Graham's running 15 ones and twos. It it it's, it just depends, cause
Yeah.
I've used fluffy setups. And good, he's a great guy, but dear God, you can't drive him unless you're fluffy.
I know
Like
what you mean.
I've had some that I can run with. I adjust it to. I can drive it, but half times I get his, I'm sideways or I burnt my tires or I was driving it. But he can drive it fine. He can run, like I said, he run races, run with that set and run a whole fuel run, not burning tires though. But with me, I burn the tires. Though. It's just all about your driving style. Some
It
guys
is.
like a looser car. Some guys like a tight car. Some guy like me, I'm in the middle. I want a car that's tight start at certain. I want a car that starts tight and loose. I like cars that start loose and get tight. Like it's all about your driving style. And yes, there's some guys that might have it, but usually what happens, you throw them yourself, you run, like say, these guys been working on these cars probably nearly a couple days now. So somebody in their group probably had a good setup. They threw it to their guys, and now everybody's right, and they got a set number to chase. So I don't know if you see the if you saw the leaderboard, but some of these
Oh, I'm
guys
looking
were
at it
hitting
right now, man.
some of these guys can hit 14 eights and nines. Guys are hitting 15 flats. And like some of them guys hitting eights and nines, they might look good in qualifying, but race trim, they're I want to like that to have.
Yeah, I mean, I would focus on a long run car for sure, and work together with my team to try and make that and learn off each other. And you mentioned about Fluffy's setup, right? And I love how you answered that question too. With hey, you and I could have the same setup, but it could work for one and then the other. Because you're right, it is driving styles. I mentioned War Machine, right? I work with him a lot, and he was making this setup, and I was trying to make one too. He's like, "Here, try mine." I was like, "Oh, dude, sure." And I was a few tenths off of what he was running. It was a great, it felt great, but and I could drive it. It's also hitting your marks and knowing how much to let off the gas and things like that can cause or can play a big role. And I don't know what to expect tonight. I don't know if we're going to see people run away I'm excited to take a look and see. They're all starting to fall into the lobby, so that's fun. I'm getting anxious. I'm getting excited. And again, thanks for everyone who's watching. We're gonna do some great Bristol racing tonight. Um, I would. And you said something about having a looser car that tightens up. Was that correct?
Yeah.
I agree, man. I think you hit the nail on the head with that. So Grim, man, how are you with that kind of strategy? You like that to be a little looser, then build up some pressure that tightens it up?
I'd rather be tight and try to loosen it up in the end. Because if you're tight, you get to adjust to what you need to have. I mean, that's kind of how my racing toe is, or it used to be. I like to have a super tight car and then just use pit road adjustments. Or if they did that in general wise for their setup, that's really tight and it loosens up at the end.
You know what is awesome, man? We've had a few questions where it could go either way with answers, and And I feel like the three of us combined, have been able to answer for each side. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like Grim, you're great. I love it, but I'm more on the side with Trey. But you bring this other side to it that I wouldn't have thought of. And you sometimes listening to your answers, it may sway me to be like, all right, you know what, I get that. I think
Well, half the
I could
time, if you had
think of it that way.
a loose car and you want to try to make it tight, it's very hard to do it backwards.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
really
you're
is.
right. You're
Like,
right.
It's
it's
better
better
to run it tight to make it loose than make it loose to make it tight.
Yeah, yeah,
because
and you never know with
usually,
tire wear though. I don't know.
yeah. But but let me ask y'all this: since we're running, like saying, going from a slider cell to custom cell, what do you think it's going to be a curve for some of these guys who, like saying, they might be just used to being running the slider. They ain't really used to making a custom, especially on this game where it's a lot harder to make a setup. You might be able to make it fast, but making it last is a different thing. Because you remember for Heat 3, you can make a fast, can make a fast. It was all about who can be
Y-
fast, who can be fast. It's not going to be like who can fall off and all this stuff. It's like
Right.
who can be the fastest, run consistent fast lap times, and stay out front. Now in this game, those guys that hit those fast laps, they're done after like I say, it's a qualifying laps. Like they can run 2 laps and the car is trash.
Yeah.
Now, now in this game, you have like I say usually in like E3 you could bout most guys just run they run their race setup and it's the fastest and it runs like that the whole race. Now those guys who used to do that in Heat 3 can't do that in Heat 4 because they may run fast for 3 laps or 3 to 5 laps, but they're doing donuts after the fifth after
Yeah.
the six
They
laps.
tear those
Now
tires off the car. Yeah.
and like saying, all right, we seen everybody in qualifying. The numbers they might hit in qualifying may not be the same numbers they hit during the race. Because some guys just got sales for qualifying and say, hey, I can hit this time, but on the race I can hit flats and ones, and that's competitive. But
Yeah.
to be frank, like I said the thing I'm going to look for is some of those guys in mid pack, like who's running maybe the back end of the top 10 in the starting order. If they could get to the front, I see them probably having a better car because some of these guys
Yeah.
they may some do 2 cells, one for qualifying, one for race, but a lot of guys do just a race setup and they use that for qualifying because to be frank, that's what I do. I
I
don't
do too.
make
Yeah.
well, like saying I just make a race setup. I don't make a qualifying one because to spend all week just to make a fast car ain't gonna help me. I'd rather focus on making a good race car. It may hit a number. I can start mid pack, but the car I can work my way to the front and get there. But my question is, any of you guys work on just makes the? Do y'all just make a race setup, or do y'all just make a qualifying and a race setup?
What do you
Um,
do there, Graham?
I learned something well, for the little time I was in Xfinity when we were actually I forget where we were at. Trey, where did I start that one race? I started second that race. I think it was
Atlanta,
it.
I want to say
I'm trying to think. I made
Atlanta or
a.
Daytona.
It might have been a. It was my only race, 2 races. I think it was. I think it was Atlanta. I made a good setup for qualifying. I forgot about the race trim and just did qualifying. And I tried to use my qualifying setup in to my race trim, and it didn't work. So it is best to technically use two setups if you have enough time to do both.
Yeah,
It's a good idea to do it.
But would you rather do two subs or just make that one just for the race? Because I say you maybe hit like a good number that maybe starts in the bottom half of the top 10, maybe outside top 10. But if it's good enough to be race competitive, you can work your way up to the front at some track. You like say, unlike short tracks, it's going to be like say some of these guys that might start in the back, like starting probably like 10, like 12 on back, maybe harder to get to the front while playing strategy. But some of these guys that may be in the top 10 can get in there and race their way up there, play a little strategy, maybe gain a couple spots on pit roads and do all stuff to get up there. While some of these guys that made these qualifying setups to run like 14s and 9s, now these guys in 1s and 2s in the mid pack, they might have a car that's better for the long run. Like what Fluffy said, he doesn't build a car to be fast. He built the car to be consistent.
I was
So
just about to say that, Trey.
so now here's the game. Now this is what I like about this game. Do you want to be fast or do you want to be consistent?
All right, so we're probably gonna join in a few seconds, but I want to put my point of view in there because I love that question. I like the race setup. I want to do that. And another thing too, we're at Bristol, and if I start mid pack like you're saying, I don't have to wear out my stuff as much. Those guys in front, they're trying to keep that track position. They're gonna wear it out. I'm gonna be a little easier on it, and maybe if it's long green flag runs. I'll have a little extra towards the end and maybe able to knock off some more spots. But that's also it depends on what kind of driver you are too. But that's my point of view. They're going in, so we can actually join. I'm blue screened right now, so just give me 1 second, guys, and I'm getting in there. Did y'all get invites as well?
Yes.
All right, all right, perfect. I'm gonna go watch this.
See,
And oh shoot,
my
I didn't
point of
look
view.
at the starting order. I don't know if any of you guys have it.
No, I didn't.
I'm about to. It looks like uh, Dark Knight started on pole, then
Heck yeah.
Good
D Smith
job.
second, Plants in third, Taddy fourth, Spanker fifth. Fluffy, like I said, he's in the mid pack. He's in sixth. Then Celtics, Broom, Wicked, and RJ rounds up the top 10. And
All
there's a lot
right.
of big name guys. They're in the bomb half. NRG, he's 17, Mills 14, War Machine 15, Buck 12, Trout 11, RKM 16. So a lot of these guys, they're in the back. But like I saying, do you think they may have the long run card, like the card that show up later in the race?
Yeah, and I think that there's definitely some guys that are starting in the back that will be going up front. We got a caution. Looks like Harvick in the 29's got some front end damage, so I believe he's been a part of that. The 20 was he? Nah, he looks clean. Harvick, not so much. And who else? It looked like there's
See,
someone else
Enoch,
behind them.
going back to your question of what you want to have consistency for stuff, I
Yeah,
literally want a car that can last me against the fuel in the car.
it looks like
Because
we already have some people out of the
if you run it
race.
hard, you ain't gonna be able to save tires enough to run the whole gas cycle.
I think we're falling out of the race. I'm sorry.
You
Just
good?
give me 1 sec. Yeah, it looks like everyone's kind of backing out here. All right, let's just back out real quick and we get this sorted away one more time. So I think for myself, just to put it real short, at Bristol, I want a car that's going to exit turn two and turn four while I'm on the gas. That's what I really want. That's my end goal and everything else that I can figure out to get to that spot. Good, but I need to have a car that's not going to spin out on me as soon as I get on the gas out of the turns two and four. That's really it for myself. But let's see if we can get this all squared away again. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of tempted to just join early and just be in the race, and because I like the setup I have. It's not that fast, but it's like we were talking about. It's consistent. It's drivable for this amount of time. One thing I always think about is I'm driving the car, right? Not the car driving me. Sometimes you make such a fast setup that can run a few hot laps, but that thing's driving you. You know, you're doing what it wants to do. I want a car that's going to do what I want it to do. Um, I don't know if y'all agree with that, but man, I'm getting anxious. I want to see this race. And it looks like they're all starting to load back in to the lobby. And once they get in there, we did get the invite, but we're not going to join just yet. I believe someone just had a little issue freezing. They had a frozen screen, didn't get in, so want to make sure everyone's got a chance. And I believe they may be trying to start again. The anticipation, guys, it's killing me. But you know, we had that exciting race at Texas. What a way to start and finish that race. It started with caution after caution, and then everything leveled out, and Fluffy got the lead at one point and didn't give it up. He was very consistent. It's a good win by Fluffy. We saw a lot of other good cars. There were battles all over the track, and it was just pretty cool to see. Man, was that grass tore up too, right, guys? Holy cow! I don't know if is anyone in here with me still, or I don't hear anyone. Oh shoot! All right, cool, cool. All right, so I got one, y'all. I feel like I'm just talking to myself or whoever's watching. Thank you guys. Thanks for your patience. We should be getting started soon. Trying to do like 5 things at once here. All right. Yep. So they're starting to fall into place in the lobby. So again, Bristol, 250 laps. 50% 2 times wear. I don't know if they're. It looks like they're doing the day race. Not sure if that's supposed to be the day or the night. We're gonna have stages, cautions, damage, custom setups. I can't wait to see what these custom setups are gonna do. I really want some long green flag runs, see who's got the tires to do it. And everyone's slowly joining in. We got a good way of getting everyone in after qualifying's complete. Send the invite one at a time so that everyone's in the position they should be at, so we can start right away. Not run that lap, get everyone in place. You know, that's kind of dangerous to do with the damage on, and it makes it a little more exciting doing it this way. I feel. Um, it takes a little longer, but it's worth it, and I'm just watching Dark Knight's stream right now, just waiting for that pause to go undone and hop in. I wanna watch this race. This will be a good one. I wonder if the cleanest car is going to be the winner, or if it's going to be the most damaged one. You know, I know we were talking about that before. That could be something to look out for. But we shall see. We shall see how clean these guys run. If anyone uses another driver as a moving wall, or if or what. But
But like I saying,
we'll
you
see.
talk about who the guy that gonna win. Will he look like? Will he be keep his nose clean, or it'll be a dirty car
Yeah.
when the fenders be done? If you come to a short track, if your cars, if when you leave a short track, and your car's not looking like a modified, you ain't trying hard enough.
That's a good
Okay?
call, man. I like that. You're not
But
wrong.
while we in wait, let's talk about how Bristol in this game has changed over from Heat 3.
Please.
Because they added the PJ1 down the bottom to bring the the bomb was some more grip of the bomb, but he also had the top lane enhanced in this game. So it's like I said, it's a 3-lane groove. You can run top, middle, and bottom. But
Right.
I'm like I said, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a bottom feeder. I prefer to stick at the bottom because it's just giving me some a little reprieve because I'm scared to run the top line because you're more likely to smack the wall than anything else. But do y'all prefer run the top line at Bristol, or do y'all run the bottom, maybe in the middle?
I like the bottom line, and because sometimes, like you said, with the top, you hit the wall. Not only do you hit the wall, it's like Velcro. You know what I mean? And it brings the entire car around, and that's what I do not want. I'd rather, if I were to have an issue, I'd like to have that issue happen on the bottom of the track, on the apron. At least if I need to save the car, I can use the throttle to do it. Kind of feather it, let out, and counter steer a bit. Because sometimes when you're going up into the wall, there's not much you can do. That car's going up there. You know, some people may panic and lock up the brakes. No, then you're definitely going into the wall. But I'd rather go to the bottom.
Hmm. But with these guys and their setups, 'cause if we saw anything from the last starting rate, we saw guys set their cars up to to run. Because you saw Jake, he set his cars up as we getting the invites, and I think got the I don't
Yeah, it
know.
looks like timer's on pause. We got probably about 30 seconds. I'm gonna just wait for Dark Knight's YouTube stream to get out of the lobby and I'll hop on in there. But I'm sorry, what was up?
But we're saying when you saw Jake and himself, he set his car just for top. He could not run the bottom. I wonder if we will see some of the guys who just maybe have the car just set up for a certain lane. Like you just might see him just run the bottom or just run the top.
Yeah,
And how
that's
big
that's
of
an awesome thing to look out for because you're right. Jake was all up on the top. I'm gonna go ahead and join, so we're gonna be blue screened for a sec here. But let me see when we get back. I want to continue that conversation because you brought up an extremely good point, and we'll see how it fares for these drivers as we're getting into Bristol. I don't know if for those watching, you saw the all-time leaderboard, third and fifth, Life as a Plant and K Taddy. You never know. Maybe they found
and
something that's killer.
info was down there too at the bottom of it, like I think in eighth and
Yeah.
ninth.
Jeez, man, that's great. That's great. You know, that's a nice intimidating factor. But you never know. I remember the last league that I'm in, our last season, when we'd go practice online, we would quit before the race ended so that our lap times wouldn't show up for our other fellow drivers to see. We didn't want to have them see something to shoot for. As we go green, Dark Knight, nice start there, man. I wonder if he played around with the gears. Spanker into the inside wall just a bit, but he keeps it clean. D. Smith wasn't in the race before, but he's, look at this, man. That 49 is looking real sharp. Life as a Plant, third place right now. I'm really surprised with how quickly they all kind of merged together into one line. K Taddy did a great job with qualifying fourth here. Let's see if he could make some moves. He was a sleeper, I feel,
Oh,
in
got a
the
couple
race
cars
before.
around. 41 fives around. Hard impact to the inside wall for those two guys.
Man, you got to think we've got damage. Fluffy is out of the race. It looks like. My gosh, well, he won that last race. Maybe he's got other stuff to do. But it would have been cool to see him in here. Broom, I'd like to see what he can do. He had a great start at Texas. I think he was just getting just bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. Wicked Gatekeeper, he was showing a lot of good speed too. I really enjoyed watching him run. RJ Smitty, man, he just had bad luck throughout that race. A lot of these guys did. A-Trout was doing great, but look at that thing right now. That car, man, it's hard to tell that it's a Camaro from the front end.
But like I saying, with Fluffy being out now, it's like I say it's open season now. We got a couple cars making a little contact back there. Like a couple white cars. I know one of them was planned. Let's see the
It might be
29. He's
Taddy,
still
because
up in the
Taddy was
wall.
in fourth. Checkmate Taylor.
Here comes
Harmon.
that 49 car to the outside.
Wow, I'm happy I got to this dark night in the 31
Oh, we got
when
a
I
couple more
did.
cars around. 41's around. 33's around.
The 49 kills it on the
24's
high
around.
line. Ooh, man. Oh, but what is going on here? The
Yeah, it looks
teammates
like Trump.
battling. Teammates are touching.
And D. Smith is about
Dude,
checking
yeah.
out from.
You ain't wrong. And Grimm's over here just in awe of the whole thing, man. I can tell. I'm just kidding, man. Life is a plan. He's being real patient with himself, and he's being very polite to the other drivers. Of spots,
Yeah,
but
he's got a lot of damage
he's
to that.
being courteous to. Oh yeah, I see that.
And,
Oh, Wicked just moved Dark out the way.
oh, there's big contact. 24's at the inside wall.
Oh
There's
man.
that 3 wide behind him. Oh,
So
some more contacts behind them. But like you said, these guys that got. It looks like Dark Knight is like saying the first one. He had a fast car in qualifying, but the fall off is starting to show now.
I
And
got
he
a
just
question. I got a question about that. So yeah, he had a fast lap. What if he still had a fast lap, but he lost his momentum? Then he was starting to drive defensively and totally killed his rhythm. Do you think that could be it? I hope it's that, not that
I
his
agree with
car
that.
is falling apart. I
I
hope it's
agree
not
with
his car
that.
falling apart.
Yeah, he had to go defensively on it, and then now it's going to take him a couple laps, and he regrouped himself.
Yeah, and he fell back quite a bit, but shoot, man, I'm kind of happy I'm not in this race. That's for sure.
Oh, he got loose down the front straightaway, guys.
and like I say, either that or he burnt might say he heated those tires up so much that he's going in his
In the
wall.
Man, I am in the wrong place. You guys are seeing all this stuff, and I'm like, looking at birds pretty much. I believe there's a caution on
And
the
I
field.
think that will bring
Yeah.
out a caution too.
All right, cool. Let's pack all these guys back up, dude. Again, that was actually a really good run. A lot was going on, and it's too bad for D Smith. It looks like he may have lost quite a bit of spots, but all right. So with custom setups, guys, do you leave room for adjustments throughout the race? What are you thinking here?
You're going to have to adjust it.
Yeah,
Some
right.
guy you're not usually not going to have that purpose of because let's say the car might react different with somebody on your quarter pound. You race side by side with be in
Yeah.
mid pack or going on a really long run where you about burning tires or trying to chase somebody. So you're gonna make some tweaks here and there. You put some wedge in it, take some tape off, do all this and that, just to help the car maybe be better in the long run, be better in traffic. As we go back green here,
All right. Going back green, dark.
on that restart, he's gonna
Oh,
clear that 49 car.
what just happened? I got booted.
Oh no! Did you really?
Yeah, but I think I could join from the party. Yeah. Oh, wait. That's interesting. Uh, all right, blue screen, guys. Technical difficulties. Oh my gosh, I can't join it. I can't join it from the party. Uh,
Sessions.
Other sessions. Yeah. You are. Yeah, good job. Thank you. Thank both of you guys.
Until 2 weeks or last week or week ago, because I kept lagging out of the race, so I had to keep
Dude,
doing that.
that was killer. Good job. And Trey, thank you too for that invite. You guys are lifesavers.
There was another caution. It was between Smitty and Smitty and Dark. They got into it.
Nah, man. Well, as I'm loading in and they're under caution, to everyone that's watching, thank you. We're getting things underway. We'll get a good one. Shadow, I see you're in here. Giggity, woo. Martin Epperson, sup? Hey man, how you doing? Taddy,
Ooh,
go
I
race your
think
car, Taddy.
somebody just got knocked down pit road, and I think
Mike
it was Larson.
Michael Moore, I like the
Oh, and they
Talladega
still making
Nights.
contact on the front stretch, on the back
Oh
stretch.
man,
Oh, it's a car.
wow.
It's a car. Head on the wall. Who was that?
I
That's
think it was the
Taddy.
30 and another caution. My gosh, a lot of things happening so far. But back to everyone, thanks again. Michael Moore's got that good Talladega Nights quote there. Taddy's saying, "Don't worry, Deborah, we got this." Miles, Enoch, my paint scheme said it'd give you its phone number. All right, thanks, man. Robbie Vids. Yeah, I think some people had some issues with getting in the lobby, so we had to start over. Um, let's see.
Yeah.
Michael Moore, Woodruff, go
As
bro.
he mentioned, Robbie, I saying if you remember us from my last stream, we also Robbie's doing like he races for a cause, and if you haven't done it yet, go to our Facebook and Twitter page and go donate to his charity, help support those people down in the UK and everything.
Yeah, GOSH is it's an acronym for Children's Hospital that really went above and beyond with taking care of Robbie's daughter in a time of need, and they're loving people, and Robbie and his family, they're loving people as well. He wants to show their gratitude for all they've done for the family and for other children. They want to be able to keep that hospital running as long as possible and and so that it has as much resources as possible to keep doing what they're doing, because man, that's a beautiful thing, helping others, and reciprocation like that is hard to come by. So thanks for putting that out there and making everyone feel like they're a
And
human
while
being
he was
again and
talking, we had
helping
a
out.
couple of incidents out there. It was like
Ooh, the
Celtics. They got a
33.
little comment that says a wreck on the front stretch. There's a big pile up on the front. But it looks
Jeez.
like bulk, info, and everything. Looks like maybe some contacts for Celtics and RJ, maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't see it, but I saw Celtics go head towards what man got loose, come out the corner. Then we saw Broom get loose on the exit, and now we just see the big pile up on the back stretch, which will brought out another caution. And
All right,
I
man.
want to say, oh, sorry.
No, continue, please. And I got a question too after that.
Like I said, I know, like I say, I want to say I was expecting this, but it's kind of known for Bristol, especially if you thought Turn 4 at Texas was terrible. Bristol is another demon in the making, especially on custom setups, where it's kind of it takes a while to get those and
Oh,
everything.
that was a weird
It's,
green right there. The 50 got a little
as,
launch over Spanker. Remember custom setups, and it may have some good gearing. Who
yeah, it looks like
knows?
that. I don't know if it's the top lane or whatever, but people on the top lane seem to be getting a good restart to the people on the bottom. As you see, RKM, who lagged out in
Ooh.
Texas, is up front now as they're stacking up behind them, and there's a
Yeah.
car in or around. I think that's the 29 Harvard. Like I say, it's a Hornets next
Oh
behind
my
the top
gosh.
five right here.
It's like you gotta just stay safe, man. You can't go. You can't.
Like I
I
said,
don't think
this
we're
is
gonna see
like I
many
said, this
fast
is
laps throughout this race because everyone's gonna be trying to stay off of one another. So I got a
there's three
question.
wide back here.
I got a
Got
question. Oh, what? Oh, 3 wide. Let's see if we get there.
there's still contact in the back. It's a
My
like I said, this is
gosh.
rush hour traffic. Oh, 24's
Oh
around.
man, Smitty's not having a good night. Let's see. He wants
And
to
they're
go to
piling
next
up in 3
week,
and
bro.
4.
It's gonna be a caution. All right. So here's my question. Grim, you're quiet. So I want to get your answer first. All right. So you're gonna be a part of this restart. You're one of these drivers. Where's a safe place to start? Where do
In
you
the
want to
back.
start? You want to start in the back?
Honestly, dude, because I tell you now, if I was one of these guys, I'd stay in the back.
Yeah.
Bide my time.
See, this is where I agree with you. I'd want to be able to work my way around the issues and hope people fall off. I don't do that well under pressure. If I was, I can't say I'd want to be up front because then I would be the one getting beat and banged all the way to the back. Um, awesome answer. Let's see. Let's get your answer after we get a few laps of this restart in, Trey. I would like to know your opinion on that.
As we go back green, RKM gets a good start on the inside and got a couple cars on the apron. Maybe spun the tires back there or checked up just in case there was a pileup on the exit going to one. Here comes Spanker to the inside. He's going to drive in there. I don't know if he was trying
Look
to
at
do a
that thing
slide
stick.
shot. I don't think it's going to work there.
Oh, it stuck for a while. That was pretty nice. And Arkham did a great job giving him room. Oh, this is fun. This is a good one to watch.
It looks like Spanker was able to fall back in line. But here he comes off the butt. He gets dime in that corner and gets such a big run. He might be able to clear him right here. Ooh, he gets in the wall. Here comes Platt to the inside.
Dude, these guys are great.
Oh, it's still in the wall.
Oh, there's a Hornet's Nest back there, and they're starting to stack up behind them.
Man.
I see one car spinning on the apron.
You know what? I think I changed my mind. I want to start in the front, and I'm going to be aggressive as hell. I want to start. Oh man, I'd want to start in the front, and I'm going to be aggressive as I can be, because think about it. If you're in the back and there's wrecking going on, you're just getting slower and slower, and the lead is getting further and further away. I think at this point, I'm gonna take my losses. If someone's gonna be mad at me at the end of the night, you know what? I'm gonna take it because I never have anyone really mad at me. So I'll use this as an excuse. I might be changing my mind on you there, Grim. But what about you? Where you starting on a restart? Where's your ideal place, Trey?
Pit road.
You want to start on pit road?
Yeah, I prefer to start on pit road. Keep my car clean.
Yeah.
Keep the fresh tires on it.
There you go.
But it's either.
I like that answer. That's good.
Like I say, either you want to start up front, you want to start on that front row, or start to tail in the longest line. It's just because you see it, everything's happening. It's everything in the middle pack because everybody's checking up. Everybody's saying there's somebody's breaking loose in the center because there's somebody on this quarter pound. As we already see a car hit over in. It look like saying,
man, dude, that's about half the field right there.
Yeah. But I still say, if you're a middle pack, you can't react to it in time because like saying short track.
And there's not many places you can go. Where are you gonna go? Really? Yeah.
If I'm up front, like I said, usually I'm up front, I'm checking out, I'm leaving. If I'm in back, I can see the accident happening. I can check up, back off to keep my nose clean and let them all, like saying, get each other sorted out. But Bristol, like I say, it's about. I would say it's about like Dawn said. It cleans itself up. You ain't leaving here without no battle scar.
You know where I'd actually rather be? I'm gonna change my answer. I want to put a passenger seat in one of these cars. I don't want the stress of going through that. I'm gonna be in the passenger seat. All right.
I'd rather be here in the booth. Like saying, it's
hell yeah, dude.
I watch him do it.
I'm with you.
But as we head back green here, we got a new front runner. I think that's Plant.
Life is a plant. Yeah, we've seen like a different leader almost every restart. I feel, and that's pretty exciting.
Because like saying, everybody's trying to get these cars sorted out, get the handling right on these cars. As I say, we got Plant out front. Here comes Celtics.
Ooh.
To the inside. Oh, there's contact. 16
real slow. Wow, they were 4 wide.
3 wide in the corner.
Holy
trying to get around
cow,
them.
that was amazing. Ooh.
And there's the 31 around the backstretch, and they're piling up in 3 and 4. They're still piling up, and there they go, big right.
Yeah, I think Broom was running as fast as the other guys while he was spinning. He was getting pushed. They were pushing him. That was great. So with that caution, we've got a good question here. Michael Moore asks, would you rather be the car leading by a few seconds on older tires or be the guy with fresh tires chasing him down, but no track position? Which one you want? You don't get to. I'm wondering if he's saying you don't get the track position, but oh man, I'd rather have fresh tires. I
Like
feel like
saying
I'd choke and
that's another thing
uh
about this game. And like saying tires mean everything in this game now. Where pitting maybe a lap or two earlier than the other guy, you gain so much time. Like saying the guy that's on the old tire lose so much time versus the guy with the new tire. And this
yeah,
track's gonna show it. Like you pit maybe a lap or two earlier, you go a couple laps down, but dear God, the guy that stayed out with the old tires,
shoot,
it's
right?
going you're losing seconds at a time because of it.
Yeah. And look at this restart.
Oh,
Taddy
it's
was in
going on
second.
the inside
Spanker
wall.
first. Another different lineup. Taddy had a great restart. His gearing must be something special. But Spanker taking the lead, and let's see if he could hold
And
on
they're
to it.
pounding up again at out two.
Nah, this may be how it goes. We got to think. I mentioned it before Texas. We've got two races. Texas that was a long race, mentally kind of draining, and then they go into this. It's like you're already like exhausted, you're tired, maybe, uh, and there's no caution yet. But it looks like the field has split up quite a bit. Let's try and go through here, see what we find.
Oh, there's contact in the back.
And I believe that is the caution. So back to that question Michael Moore asked about having older tires leading by a few seconds or going with fresh tires. Robbie says he'd rather try and get the low line and stay there, make some space, slow the cars behind me a little. He's playing defensive. That's a cool way to look at it. And he's in control. He wants to be in control of everything. I totally totally agree with you. That's a great way to look at it. But I admire that. But jeez, man, I would probably screw it up. Michael's saying Bristol's unique, finding it hard to get around slower lap cars. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it really can be. You kind of have to wait for someone to make a mistake to get around them. So not having track position could or would cost you more at a track like Bristol. Dude, you're right. Yeah. Taddy needs some help on the track, off the track. He needs his cheering session. Deborah, he needs you to cheer for him. But let's get back to green, and who is that up
Yes.
front?
Oh, there's some contact with Teddy and Spanker there.
That's
They're side by
Taddy.
side.
Taddy got a better restart this time
just
around.
doesn't look like Spanker can get going on these restarts, but once he gets up to gear, it gets
Ooh.
going fast in a hurry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, right, dude. He kind of it's like he's spooling up. He's like an older turbocharger. You gotta really build those RPMs, spool the thing up before it kicks. But I really like the gearing on Taddy's. That seems pretty sick. And let's see what this changes up. It's tough to move up, so I'm gonna be biased because I got my best bud War Machine in here. He hasn't been getting very lucky with moving up the track, or moving up, position wise. And man, it's tough to say where you want to be. Track position means a lot, but yeah, we'll get there. We'll see what happens. As we're gonna go green, we've got Taddy on the pole, or on the number one restarting position as he quickly clears Spanker. But Spanker, oh man, he shot in the middle of 1 and 2.
With some contact in the back there, there's still more contact.
Wow. I don't know how Taddy was able to just barely get the wall there. That was really nice, but he's got a ton of pressure, and it's not just from Spanker. It looks like, is that Life is a Plant? Or
No,
no, that's not.
that's
That's
that's Celtics.
Celtics.
Then
Thank you.
RKM's in fourth. And
Wow.
there's Larson around the top
Oh,
five.
isn't that
Oh,
something?
RKM got the
How,
wall in middle three, middle of the corner.
dude? Isn't that
Oh, it's a
something?
couple cars going
First,
towards the
second, and
inside
fourth.
wall.
First, second, and fourth
They
did the same
piling up.
thing.
They still.
Oh, I think War Machine may be losing a little momentum, and
Oh, they
it's
still piling.
piling
They're
everyone
wrecking
up.
behind them.
No. And one thing, you can't get mad at yourself either with situations. I get like that sometimes if I cause a wreck. I'm like, dang it, because you don't mean to. And you know what just happened. I saw War Machine get down to the bottom, and he lost his momentum, but everyone else still had a head full of steam. And I don't think I know that he is extremely precise, and that was clearly an accident, but. You can't get mad at yourself, and everyone else can't, shouldn't get mad at you either, considering all the cautions we've had so far. But I'd like to see if anyone tries anything here. Um, I gotta actually take a look back at Mr. Dark Knight. Let's see if how many laps are left in the stage. Believe 44 in the
Well, they're
stage.
stacking up. Oh, they're wrecking again on the back
Oh
stretch.
shoot!
Plants
Yeah.
around.
I think some people may just need to bite the bullet, and if you lose a spot, just take the loss for now and try to get this thing going. Um, we got a lot of racing left to do. Let's try and keep going. Uh, it's easy to say, but that's tough to do as a racer. Because you always want everything out of it. You always want to push it hard. It's hard to try and hold yourself back, especially when some people don't. When some people won't. It's like, why should I do that if no one else is gonna, check up for me? They're not checking up. I'm not checking up. And then, it's hard to get into that understanding. Who's in the lead right now? Taddy still. All right. Another great launch. Moves up in front of Spanker. Let's see if Spanker gets another nice
Oh,
exit
got
out of
car in the
two.
wall. Mills must like wide 1 and 2.
He held it pretty well though, like that. I think that was a pretty good save. I would take that as a save in my book. Celtics having a little issue into. I don't know if that was Dark Knight. Oh man.
They're still checking up behind them.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Spanker's getting back to the throttle a little too early, and we get another caution.
Yeah.
So how you doing over there, Mr. Grimm? You doing all right, bud?
Yeah, I'm actually editing pictures for the league here while we're broadcasting.
Hey, look at you, man. What a guy. What a guy.
I mean, check your thing real quick here, Enoch, and tell me what you think of it.
Yeah, man. Please.
Trying to help Matty out here because I know he didn't get in here to do screenshots. That's one of them.
That's a sweet screenshot, man. Looks
That
like you
has
put a little
majority of all
effect
your-
on it too.
Yeah, I have an app on my phone for it to adjust with the pictures.
Okay. Yeah, man. That looks pretty sweet. Very nice. Gonna have to make a
But-
collection now, dude. That's you just picked up a little job for yourself.
I know, right?
All right, so now it looks like Spanker's up front with Celtics in second. Who we don't see is Taddy. Taddy must have said, "All right, I gotta do a little bit of work."
As you say that, I think he just hit the inside wall.
That's not my fault, man. I didn't do that to him. The
The
Celtics is doing a great job on the outside. Oh, he just clipped the outside wall. I thought he was gonna have a ton of momentum. We got that A to RKM there as well. Dude, Celtics, he's going to do it on the outside. I can feel it.
If you can run it, it does. The
Look at
outside
that
lane
thing.
is a good lane.
Spanker's doing a great job giving him room, but it's not going to last that long. These tires are going to start to wear. Celtics is really kind of squeezing him down, though. I think if I was Spanker, well, Spanker got around him. Good job.
Oh,
Ooh,
big wreck.
who was
Big wreck,
that?
big
Yeah,
wreck. That was,
got a little
who
loose
was
going
that?
into the corner.
That
I'm gonna
was
find it.
RKM. RKM.
Oh, that was
I'm
I'm sorry, I was calling K Larson RKM
Larson.
earlier.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. He collected. He actually got in the nanner in that corner as well. They collected each other in that corner.
Man.
But yeah, I have been doing a little work while I've been broadcasting.
Yeah, man, you're good. Multitask. It's very sweet, dude.
I can't leave
Nice
it all
action
for Maddie.
shots. Nice action shots,
Yeah.
man. It's a long, oh, there we go. Spoke too soon. Alright, Spanker. Restarting the lead. Celtics. Looks like they both kind of have the same gearing. So they're side by side. Everything's looking kind of, I'm not going to say anything. But, we got K Larson still running third right there. Can Celtics do it this time on the outside? He does have him cleared. Great. Oh, and then he loses some momentum hitting the wall, but can he recover? Dude, look at that thing. Look at that 25 exit from the high side. That was really.
Wreck
Oh,
off the
wow.
corner.
Who was that?
Yeah, it looks to
That
be
was
Taddy.
Taddy.
Dang. One time it's Taddy and we're not seeing a caution. You never know, though. He's just got to stay on that lead lap. Stay on that lead lap. There's a lot of pressure, man. You know, that's the whole thing. You may think like, oh, I've got a great car, but once you start getting pressured, you start pushing your car, and okay, maybe I didn't set it up the way I should have. Wow, this is getting good. Oh, someone into the front stretch. Slingshot. Who is that? Oh, the
We got a car
42 is
around
spinning.
back too. Looks to be the 42 Wicked.
Yeah, I don't know if War Machine was the one that spun that half lap earlier. And I don't know if he had
It
anything
looks like
to do
Spanker
with
may have burnt the
wickets.
rest of his tires off, and he's dropping like a rock now.
Oh, let me get back to the lead. That was too exciting. Yeah, huh? From fighting for first back to fifth.
I'm just thinking about this, guys, and Trey, I might be wrong on this, right? But last season, when we were in the chase, Celtic was actually battling, I believe, Trout here, wasn't it? For the win here? And I think he actually won that race. Or was he fighting Noko?
He was fighting.
Oh, Carl Trout. Oh,
Wow.
that was close. I forget who he was fighting that race, but he was
Shoot.
quick there too last season.
Oh, there's a wreck on the backstretch.
Whoa!
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of funny what just happened to War Machine. He tried to avoid it and just spun himself out and put himself in the wall. I'm sorry, Ward, but it's kind of entertaining right there. Last thing you want, but it's still all right. RJ Smitty's out of the race. He left a little earlier when we saw he had that little issue, and Fluffy as well. Spanker's been doing a good job staying up there. I'm not gonna lie, and Celtics fan, I really like how his car's been running on that high line. Let's see who else can do it. Let's get these cars to separate a bit. I don't know. You know what? All right, so Grim, I'm gonna get you one of those road signs when they're doing construction, and it's only one lane. Guys got it. It on one side it says slow, like stop, and then the other side it says slow. You're gonna stand out there. You're gonna wave two cars by. Go.
All
Now
right.
you go. All right. It seems like we may have to do that, like we're at a one of those indoor go-kart tracks. They try and spread out the field because I don't think anyone really wants to work with anyone just
Oh,
Oh,
yet. Whoa,
Celtics
what
gets
happened
loose
to
out the
Celtics?
corner.
I don't think life as a plant had anything to do with that, but it may have. He may have. It's hard to say. I'm gonna ride around with Broom. He's in the back of this big pack. I see the leaders up there. I'm
Oh,
not too
like
worried
Springer
about
bounced
that.
off the wall. Oh, contact.
Oh, that 49 wants through. I don't know what. Like,
oh, big
sometimes I
wreck.
think, where can I really go? I don't really want to be sandwiched between
Uh,
people. I think sometimes I'm just content with riding
just let
in
you guys
clean air.
know, Smitty pulled it in again. I think he's done for the night as well.
Yeah, he's been out for a bit. Oh, let me get the lap count here. What do we got, guys? Y'all know? Probably like 10. I don't know. Let's see. I'll let you know in like 10 seconds or so. But each restart, we're kind of going a little further and further, so that's good news. And life is a plant leader with Kay Larson next to him.
Oh, somebody didn't go.
Harvick. Harvick
Ooh.
is in the wall.
And that is 10 to go. So they're coming to 9 to go. And I believe I did see on Dark Knight's YouTube feed
Oh,
who
they're
didn't
spinning. They're
go,
wrecking
but
on the backstretch.
take a look at that in a sec. Whoa, what is going on? I don't know if y'all saw what I just saw, but looks like there's a lot of lagging.
I think that was the stage. That's another caution.
I think it was, yeah. Wow. I wonder how many people are gonna stay in their party after this race, or if they're gonna be like, all right, good night. I gotta get off here. I'm
That's how
tired.
I was at
Nah,
Atlanta.
I'm tired. I've had
Dude, I
enough.
was so frustrated.
Get me the
I was
next
like,
week.
I'm out.
Yeah. Let's see. We haven't really talked about Checkmate. His car's a little messed up right now. Harvick, he's having an issue there on that restart. Dark Knight, always making moves. Let's see where we go here, though. Life as a plant, and we've got info on the outside. All right. Wow.
I had to hold my breath for my. I saw Larson get loose out that corner. He just
All right.
checked up a big bunch.
And these guys are, every restart
Oh, there's
is a little
contact
different.
between the 45 and 25.
All right, we got 2 to go. We're coming to 1 to go in the stage.
Teddy got spun down the front stretch, or he got loose, one of the two. It also
I think
collected,
that was it.
who else?
Yeah, that was the stage. They
Larson.
called that as the stage. There's Larson as well. All right. Well, good stage win by Info. That was the first time I think he was up in front, and he got there when it mattered. So good job, bud. It's really cool to see. We're gonna have 127 laps remaining still. So let's see if we can run through these bad boys. So there's so much change now with these setups, I feel, and we were even talking about Fluffy after his win from Texas. The, what do you guys like? How do you feel about the tire pressures being so off than what they used to be from Heat 3? How do you feel about that? Do you think it's more realistic in a sense, or
It's a lot more challenging because
it is?
you
Good
think you
answer,
had to
diplomatic answer. I love it.
like it's a lot more challenging now because you think you just got to take a little bit out, but you actually got to take a lot more out to make the car responsive. But another thing I see that's different now is the camber settings because the thing is what 10 couple degrees more degrees now.
Mm.
And it affects how the car turns. It affects how much the tires wear. It does everything now. It's a lot more challenging to make a setup now in these games.
Yeah, and that restart there, we saw a new leader of War Machine, but it kind of looks like his car is a little tight. Uh, Kay Larson got through there quite easily, and he almost took Life as a Plant out,
Oh,
but Life as a Plant did a great job. Both of them did a great job. Oh, what is that? I thought I saw someone wrecking, but probably will soon. Life as a Plant did a great job correcting that. The 20 just ran up the track. I don't know how I feel about that. He could have got on the brakes maybe. Um, and I think that could have been an avoidable caution. Sorry to say.
Guys, I think Infa just lagged out
No, man, he was doing good too.
because he's on pit road right now, and I don't think it's a pit road.
No, I don't think
Uh,
so either. Hey, I guess stay in the race. You may win it by being the only guy in there. And we were talking about how to set the car up before, right? Set it up tight or set it up loose. With all these, you know, cautions, I would be kind of kicking myself in the butt right now because I would have a long run setup. I'd have it kind of tight so that it doesn't like get away from me after long runs. But only running a few laps, I want it to be a little looser than what it is. But let's see who's up there. Is D Smith? That's D Smith, who's in the lead with Life as a Plant, taking second. Who's that dude, man? I forget who that is. Taking a look through the back. Oh, Spanker to the inside wall, the back stretch. Take a look from the back, the 30 and the 20 going at it. K-Taddy, 8, 38, 31. It's all back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a bump here, bump there. Ooh. And I feel like you have to have a stable car. It's almost like you want it built like a tank, because one thing I've noticed with Heat 4 compared to Heat 3 is it's a little harder to save a car. If you have to counter steer, you could overdo it pretty easily, and then it's just all over the place. So if you've got a guy on your outside and he gets loose and hits you, and all of a sudden your car is turning right, you got to have a car that you're gonna be able to handle under those situations. When it's turning to the right and you don't want it to be able to straighten it out and keep it straight instead of it overcorrecting a bunch. But because I just saw that with Taddy and he did a good job. I wish I didn't say that. Nah, see, he saved it there too. All right, I'm just gonna shut my mouth with talking about any of these drivers and what they're being involved in right now. I'm gonna get off his car altogether, as it looks like I think that was the 20 just spun around.
yeah, 20 checkmate got it was all checking up in front of him. He got the worst end of it.
Dang, that's
He
that's
just
always
he's
unfortunate.
right in front of the race leaders right now.
We get to that race leader. Life is a Plant. Now I believe Life is a Plant kind of dominated Bristol last season, so Let's see if he can do that again here, as there's a caution on the track. That was a pretty good run right there. Not much wear on the tires, but they're probably getting into more of a rhythm now. It's nice to see. There's 107 laps remaining. They're not going to be able to make it on the fuel they got in the car right now. They're going to have to pit another time. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see if life is a plant. Still going to have the lead after this set of yellow flag pits. And I don't... yeah, he does. No, he does not. Is that, Nanner? I think so. Why can't I get to him? Come on. So many cars. Here we go. And War Machine on the outside. Let's see if that helps War Machine being on the high line with that tighter vehicle. He's clear. The 42 Wicked's right there with him. They had a great running in together the last race.
Delta got spun around, I believe, down the front stretch.
Let's see if War can hold on to this lead on the outside. Wicked Gatekeeper had a great run. Ooh, man, this is gonna get pretty tight. It's tough for War. He just lost a lot of momentum, but the 42's getting a bump from the 0. He's getting a bump from the 16, and great job by all these guys not going up the track like crazy. 42 really went down the apron. Oh no, 38. Oh man. That's the whole field there. Well, you know what?
Training,
You learn.
I'll be right back.
You
I gotta
live
have a
and you
restroom
learn.
break. I'll be right back.
You get it, man. You go for it.
I say that was a pile up on 85 right there.
On 85. Shoot. You know, I think that was a learning experience for some of these guys, especially War Machine. You know, that was his that was a very competitive run right there, and he held it for a few laps on the outside. But when you don't have it the way you want it, there's just so long it'll take. You know, you're just waiting for something to happen, and unfortunately, it broke loose on him. But we'll see if he's able to make some adjustments, get a little better, or if we get some long runs going. Wicked Gatekeeper now is in the lead. And it looks like that 0. Who is in that 0? I always forget. Buck. Oh yeah, Buck.
Ooh,
We haven't seen Buck up front in a while.
Up the track.
Oh, I think some people got forced down pit road as well.
Looks to be
No.
checkmate in the 54 Bills.
Okay, Larson running third right now. War Machine fell back to the very tail end of the field, but I think he's going to use this time to figure stuff out. Checkmate still on pit road. Harvick's coming out. Where's everyone else on the track compared to Harvick, though? They're probably coming around. He exited at a good spot. Alright, that worked for him. Dark Knight sitting pretty right now in second, but he's under fire. Oh man, D. Smith, Life is a Plant, who just led a ton of laps, it seems like. He's showing towards the tail end as well. K-Taddy, bit of clean air not too long ago, but he's gonna need to find some openings or strategy moves to move on up. And you know, you've been mentioning Hornet's Nest, and I thought I just saw one forming, but they kind of spread out. That was pretty cool. Spanker on the inside, he's been running real well on the inside. Celtics
As I'm
fan is
on
right
board
behind
with
them.
that zero car, and Buck
Ooh.
is pulling away here. As they're spinning,
Ooh,
there's
man.
a big wreck behind them.
Big rack. It's nice to see Buck up leading or was he leading? I wasn't up at the front, but it's nice to see him up there. I'm used to seeing him up front in online lobbies. I see him winning a lot, and he's been having some bad luck tonight. So this could be a break that he needed, and you never know. It could be like a fluffy thing with the last race at Texas, where once he gets to the lead, he stays there. Well, who's to say? Who's to say? We'll find out. Wicked Gatekeeper though, it looks like he does still have the lead. So if Buck can get up there, what can he do with it? Or does Buck have? I don't know. We're gonna find out though. Hey, at least we're not confused about who's on the lead lap. You know, that's a positive we can take out of there.
And with that, like Buck fell back a little bit. We got Celtics up front with Spanker.
Why did I go this way?
Um,
Yeah, Celtics fan is on the inside this time. We saw him doing really well on the outside.
oh, they're still ranking behind them.
Oh no.
Oh, there's another big wreck behind them.
And
I'm saying,
another caution.
I remember what you were saying at the last race. Whether it be Temper's flare from Texas here, it don't look like it was, but it's Temper's sound of flare now
Yeah,
here tonight.
man. I
Everybody's
agree. Cause you know these guys could just lift, but I think, and it's not one person's fault, I bet, but it's hard not to place blame. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying everybody's doing a lot more taking the giving, and they need to start get like they do the giving than taking.
Yeah. You know what, man? I don't like saying this, but I would much rather just stay in the back and not excuse my language, and not upset anyone. Um, and just take whatever finish I can get. And I'm not plowing through any of these guys here. Just not worth it. Let's try and get to the front. Spanker again and Celtics. These guys have been the front runners. It seems like they've really been strong. And Buck, there he goes in that zero. Real nice looking car. Nice and black with green. Look at that. Oh, that was a sweet view of that 14 of Spanker going around just rim riding that. And looks like another caution. You know what's unfortunate? We've got custom setups going on right now, right? And a lot of these guys spent a lot of time on them, and they're not getting to get the full value of it. But it's also, you got to think of it the same way as, yeah, these guys worked hard, so they want to show it. That's maybe why they're racing so hard. It's just like, a catch 22, in a sense. But really like to see these guys just kind of settle their differences before it's too late. Maybe get moving. But again, you don't want to give anything up. It's tough to call. As Spanker's still got that lead position, but he's got someone new next to him in Buck. Let's see what Buck can do on the outside. Gets a little wiggly. Oh, he's still keeping it. Still keeping it. Spanker lost a lot of momentum in his rhythm, but I think he's going to pick it up quite quickly. At 31, having a little issue, but everyone behind him checks up, stays pretty clean for the
Oh,
time
there's
being.
contact in front up there.
Wow, this is looking pretty sick though, man. I gotta say. I gotta say.
They're three wide behind them. Oh, there's contact with the
Sugar.
38 and
I think it's just one car, the 38. Oh man, that's not cool for War. He had a good car. He could have used that tight car for the long run. And I
looks like it's another
believe,
caution out.
yes sir, we're gonna have 74 laps to go. You know, I don't remember hitting the second stage finish, do you? I don't know. Alright, let's see if Spanker can hold on to this, man. Don't know. See if Celtics fan can get his way back up front, find his way back up front. Looks like he's pretty far back there now, and he was hanging out pretty well. Wicked Gatekeeper, man, he was doing really well too, and his car looks pretty clean. I really like that gray. I'm gonna keep an eye on him the rest of the season. I like what he does. I like racing with him too. As Buck is our new leader right now, gets off pit road a little better than Spanker. I'm watching from Dark Knight. This is a pretty sick view.
Well, there's a car spinning on the
Wow.
backstretch.
D. Smith.
And we see D. Smith
These guys are flying right now. 3 wide. 3 wide for the lead. And they make it through, but Spanker is kind of all over. Oh my gosh. Who's in that 41? I forget. Oh shoot, man.
That's Trout.
Trout.
Here comes Celtics on the outside.
Oh, caution.
And there's another caution.
All right. So that was exciting. Actually, I'm kind of glad we had a small burst of that. You know, I don't know if we could really handle a ton of it. But I saw some people were commenting. Let me go take a gander. Wicked is a great, yeah, man. I agree. I really liked seeing what he could do. Wait, so you guys can't hear the car audio? Haven't heard them last 2 nights? You just hear us talking? You kidding? You're not kidding. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Doesn't make sense. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm happy someone said so. I never noticed that. A-Trout on the outside of Spanker. We see Spanker doing a great job. And there's Celtics fan, like you said, man. This cream really is rising.
Oh, it's a big contact.
Alright. And while we're under caution, let me hit blue screen real quick, see if I can fix this. Alright, let's see. Audio sharing. Include microphone and audio. Include. I don't get it. I wonder if it's something to do with the YouTube itself. Just 1 second, guys. I'd really like to. Yeah. I do have those low. Sorry, everyone. But thank you. I'll get that fixed for next time. I appreciate the heads
still
up.
stacking up behind them.
So yeah, while I was blue screen, you can be my IT guy, Grim, man. You got me back into the race.
What happened there?
And you let me know. So maybe because my game audio is so low, it's not coming through. It's too bad. Good Sunday night. Get some Bristol racing tomorrow. You know, what do you know about tomorrow, Mr. Grimm? What does Giggity have planned?
We have the trucks at Richmond and I believe at Michigan tomorrow night. So we're going from a short track to a wide open, never lift track.
Yeah, man. It's a cool little combination.
I'm
All right.
excited. I feel like Underdog Racing number 35 truck has a pretty stout truck for tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it turns out good for me.
I hope so too, man. Celtics fan gets the lead. Taddy right there with him too, behind him, trying to go for it.
Oh, they're stacking up behind him again.
Oh
There's a car spinning.
man.
It looks like we're staying green here.
Yeah. Side by side for first and as well for third
Trout
and
got loose, come
fifth.
off the car. He went
Woo!
head on the wall.
Look at these guys going at it here. Chevy and Toyota, let's go! Let's go 30. Oh, gets a little tight, gets the 25 into the wall. But you know what? Hell, man, heck, this race has been crazy. Everyone's beating and banging into each other. Uh, I think the gloves are off at this point after that move. Let's see if I can get over.
Oh, got a couple cars
Oh,
got loose towards the infield.
Dark Knight was one of them. And caution, as Taddy did get the lead. He got it aggressively, but you know what? Can you blame him? Can you really blame him after all we've been seeing throughout this race? I
It's been a
can't. I
hectic one.
mean, I
It's
can't.
showing the Bristol. It's showing what Bristol is. What it is. It's a tough track to
Yeah,
tame.
yeah. Well, well, well. We shall see. Robbie, you got a new paint job for Thursday. All right, man. Gonna get a nice unveiling Thursday then, I hope. Let's see it. I'm gonna go back over to Dark Knight, see how many laps you got left here. As they're about to go green, see if I can get to Taddy. Taddy's got it for now. Yeah, he goes under. Wow, what a move. That was clean.
They're going with the crossover.
Yeah, that was a great crossover. Taddy strong on the inside. Is he going to clear him? Just barely. Oh, man. Got to get this thing going. Oh, wow. The 8 lost some momentum there.
That's another car.
Another caution. Oh, no. And it looks like, how many laps we got left? About 45. Wow. You know, like, I really can't blame Taddy for, yeah, you know, I do think that he was a little aggressive, but I can't blame him. I'd probably do the same, and I think anyone else would too. The gloves are off at this point, is seeing how everyone's been running against each other, and I don't know. I'm not saying that just because I don't want to get fired, and because he's my, team captain and all, but I don't know. That's just kind of how it's come to be. If the race was going a little different, I'd say otherwise, but you got to do what you can do.
I mean, think about this though. He was a trader in the Xfinity. He was rooting for G9s. I mean, you got all that ability to do it.
He was doing what? Nah,
Yeah,
man,
because he
it's
was in
not.
trouble.
Ah. Well, like, to not be biased, and if it was anyone else, if that was just a blank car and that happened, no. With everything that we're seeing right here,
Well, it was like Celtics
it
got
wasn't.
loose out. Oh,
Yeah, it's not like he just dove into the corner and shot up the track. It was just a little aggressive. I don't see anything wrong with it, man. Gotta get that lead. Wow.
Was that Plant?
Think so. That was a hard hit.
That was
One
Plant.
car.
Nose first in the wall.
I don't see these guys slowing down much yet. They're kind of spreading apart now. Let's see here. Get back to that. Oh, Taddy went in a little too hot. Had to really lose a lot of speed through the middle of that corner.
Is that
Look
buck in
at
the
that
corner, guys?
50 just, oh shoot. 50 took
There's a
out,
big pile up. There's a big
wow,
pile up.
man. Where did these guys
Uh,
come from? The 50 and the 14, holy cow.
with that, guys, I have to back it out because I have an early morning rise.
I
I'm gonna
understand.
I keep it tuned in, but y'all have a good night, and hopefully, by while this race going, this probably we get a little. As I said, probably get what like less than 30 to go. This probably hopefully they can get at least a good run in.
Yeah, I hope so too. Well, hey man, thanks a lot for chatting with us, dude. I always appreciate it. Always have a good time talking to you. But yeah, I get some rest, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Thanks again.
All right, I'll talk to you guys
Yes,
later.
thank you, Mr. Excitement.
Well, y'all have fun, and I'll try to get a result at the end, and I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, brother. That's it. All right, let's go green, guys. Are you still with me, right, Shadow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
watching the
go.
stream right now, watching mine too.
Cool, cool.
Kind of
Okay,
curious who's going to win this. It's kind of nice to see somebody that you're not expect win this, honestly. Like Taddy.
like Daddy. See, now these guys are trying to get cautions. You don't have to pit anymore, you know. I would stay out, stay out, stay out. And I don't know, seeing how everyone's wrecking
Oh,
it like
big wreck,
that.
big wreck down the front stretch.
You just got to make sure you get through that first lap real well.
Celtics,
That's it.
along with who else wrecked with him? Celtics and somebody else. I don't know who else is with him.
Pro 75 Demo Derby winner will be who can wreck their way to the front. You never know, man. It could
Yeah.
very well.
See, I mean, I was thinking about this to Taddy. I mean, it would probably implement something wise. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh, I think you're cutting out for me there, bro.
it's probably my headset.
Oh, okay. I heard that.
But I feel like we should have damage on in the trucks.
Yeah, you bring it up to him, man. Could be a good idea.
Not to be rude about it, but I feel like, I mean, we got a whole bunch of fast guys and everything, though. The thing is, though, they don't give room.
Yeah. Oh, what happened? What happened to Daddy?
I don't know.
What, did he downshift or something? That was a weird situation.
I don't know.
Dude, man.
There's just
first. I wonder where he was when the caution came out. I don't know. We'll find out though.
It's alright now, though.
no.
I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but Underdog Racing's doing pretty good tonight.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. You know, I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be really aggressive because of this competition level in the Cup Series. And
Oh, yeah.
every one of these guys wants to win, and every single one of them are capable of getting that win. It's just getting through those other guys that's the hard part, man. And we'll see what happens. But it looks like we got RKM to the lead. Let me try and get to him quick. Why does
Larson
it
in
take
the
so
wall.
long? RKM to the lead.
I need to check
Oh,
the lap.
NRG it wasn't second, but he had a brush against the wall. Kind of collects War Machine 2, who loses a lot of momentum. That was one of his best restarts that he's had. They're 3 wide right behind him, but
There's
the
a big-
lead of RKM is
wow.
really pulling away. Or he
Was that a
was in
caution?
another caution.
Holy
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a big caution. It was literally the caution happened from, I believe, the exit of 3 or 2, and it followed the whole way down the straightaway.
Ah.
But we are going to probably have 19 to go, maybe 20.
Could be less too. I mean, because there's been a few cautions, so I'm gonna just hop over
Well,
to.
I'm watching Dark Knight right now.
Oh, wait, all right, cool, man. Thank you.
And it said 23, but that's before caution. Probably drop it down to 20, maybe.
And then when they get on, get back to the track, once the timer expires, could be about 17 or 15. All right, as we go green again, RKM.
Yeah, I think
Woo.
19 to go.
All right, thank you. Perfect. Oh, RKM's having a hard time up there. War Machine's getting pushed around, just completely sideways.
There's be another caution. It has to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Well, I
That's
think
probably 15 probably.
I think
Go.
tonight is a learning experience for everyone, and I think everyone's just they may be a little tired and anxious to move on to the next track. You know, it's kind of cool because it makes me think of like a super speedway, like a plate track, where you never know who's gonna win, right? You know, almost anyone has a chance at super speedways, but tonight with the way that this is going, heck, you never know. You know, like the guys could be battling so hard for the lead. The top four, they all wreck, and fifth or sixth wins it. And we could have talked about that person barely any tonight. So,
Just like saying
I'm
that
waiting.
Buck's up
I'm
there.
waiting. Yeah, yo, D Smith is back up front. See, we haven't seen him
So
up
is
front since the
so is
beginning, man.
that's
Buck is
someone.
up there, yeah. Oh no, man. That's gonna be another caution for sure. Yeah. Ah, it's too bad. But look at D Smith, dude. We haven't seen him up there in quite a while.
Who's behind him right now? I mean, I don't know if they're going to change, but we got
Yeah.
Sprecher, Buck. I think it's Buck, or maybe Bad for You.
Yeah. Yo, Mike Pittman, battle of attrition. Dude, you're not kidding, man. It really is. Oh, man. What can you do to get to the front? I mean, strategy with pitting is out of the question now. That's not gonna do you any good. You're gonna have to dive in there and just make everyone pissed at you. I don't think that would work. But D Smith still has the lead here with Buck to the outside. And if you don't mind, Grim, when you can get us a lap count, that'd
10
be
to go.
sweet. 10 to go. All right. And we see Spanker. He led a lot in the middle of the
There's going to be
race.
another wreck. There's going to be another wreck in that corner. If there ain't, I'll be surprised.
And I see a car spinning, and looks like they're slowing down. Look at Spanker, dude.
Yep. Another caution.
Look at Spanker.
Did Spanker pass him before that?
No, he didn't. At least I don't think so. I don't think they would have put it that way. Listen, if Spanker's going to be up there, you know who else needs to be up there too? Celtics fan. I think those two, they had a lot of good racing going while they were both up front. They were both up front for a while, and I liked watching them race. I want them to be a part of this. I'm not saying anything about against you, D Smith. I'm happy you're up here too, because you kind of ghosted us for a while, man. You were in the middle of the pack. You persevered though. You got yourself back up here, but you better watch out for the Spanker and Celtics fan. Why did I go this way? I went the wrong way. And Celtics fan is starting on the outside
here's the
behind.
thing.
Yeah,
So here's the
another
thing.
caution.
Spencer is actually better on the high side. That's how he just outmaneuvered D. Smith.
Yeah, man. Yeah, honestly, I've seen Spanker go uh, top, bottom lane. He's real good on either, but Celtics, he's the one. I think Celtics has a real good top lane car. I didn't really see him running on the bottom, but just try and get this thing moving along. Who's gonna win it?
If he can get a hold of it, I feel like Plant's going to sneak in here and take this.
Dude, right? That's a good call. Very good call.
If he can get up on the wheel on the restart and make an advantage out of it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to make it three wide real quick. So Spanker is our leader. Whew.
Let's see here, how many left to go? Like I said, Plant.
Wow. Wow, no caution. Come on, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, Taddy up the track and the Celtics fan. Oh, no. Let's get the white flag. I don't know how many laps were left,
Dude,
actually.
This is going to set Plant up.
No way. This is going to have to be a green-white checkered or like 3 to go.
It is going to be a green white because it was 3 to go coming to the line.
Okay. All right, good. For some reason, I thought it would have been like that would have been the white flag. But
see, the thing is, though, if Plant can get that outside run to work and get around Sprecher, he might be able to win this.
yeah, for sure, man. And look at K. Is that K Larson behind him too?
No, that's D. Smith. He's in third.
Oh, D. Smith. Their paint schemes are extremely similar. I'm having a hard time. Let's see.
Man, I'm not trying to be biased in the group, but it'd be kind of good to see Plant get a win. I mean, even just cup-wise, but for underdog.
Yeah. Let's see. Alright, so let me get back to Spanker here. Spanker, let's go. And life as a plant, let's do it too, man. Let's go.
Plant on the outside.
Oh, man, he sticks it too. I thought he was going to lose all of his momentum.
Come on. Be 2 to go or 1 to go.
If it's green-white, that should be 1 to go right there.
Yep. Hey, Plant, hold him off.
I think he can.
Atta boy, Plant. I mean, yeah. Woo!
Congrats.
Good win.
Congrats to Plant. And you know what? Someone did tell me he won both races last season at Bristol, so.
I gotta be PG, but in my mind I'm saying something else right now.
Yeah.
But way to go, Plant.
Way to go. Way to go. Wouldn't it be funny if that was actually just a caution and we still had like a lot of laps to go?
That'd be so
No, I'm pretty
distressing.
sure that should be it.
Let's get
Yeah, try and get him on in here. And everyone, thanks for.
I can tell you right now.
Yep.
The top 10. It was Plant, Sprecher, Broom, Nanner, D. Smith, Buck, War Machine, Dark Knight, Mills, and RKM.
All right, thank you, bud.
That's at least his top 10 at the end of the race.
And I don't think anyone's gonna have an impressive lap time. I don't know. Life as a Plant did have the fastest of the race with a 15.353. That's a good lap time.
Let me
really
get
good
that boy
lap
in here.
Yeah, please.
Top 3. I'm gonna get the top 3 in here. So
Sure.
I'm gonna give 1, and then since you're the party, am I the party host or are you the party
You
host?
should be the. I think you're the party host. When Trey left, I didn't get a message saying that I was.
All right. Let's get that winner in here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Pull. Oh wait.
Or
Wait.
invite. Yeah, hey, there he is.
All right. Is your voice allowed, Plant? Way to go, bud!
So, how'd
man.
you feel about that whole race?
Truthfully, I really hated the fact that we couldn't go green. I felt like I had not a long car, but a mid-run car, and I was really hoping we could at least get some green flags going. But sadly, you know, people still trying to figure this game out and all that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
definitely a little bit harder to work around, but we'll get it eventually.
Yeah, of
But
course.
other than that, like not too bad. But I mean, I guess I'm biased because I won.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, man. You should be pumped about that. Did you win both uh Bristol races last season? I think someone said something about that, or you're like
uh,
real short. You're like a short track ringer or something. I've
nah.
heard
I
rumors.
won. I won the custom Bristol race last season.
Okay, okay.
And that was the only custom race I actually got to join.
Wow. Well, look at that. Then your second one, you get another win. So, dude, congratulations. You were in the right place at the right time, and you did an awesome job holding on to that lead.
And I called
Very
him
cool.
being the winner too.
You did. Yeah, man, you did. You did.
Yeah, but that 3 laps to go, I'm like, I mean, with that, I think it was 5 laps ago. I was
Yeah.
telling him like, I'm
You were,
like,
I
if
think you were
Planton,
sitting, he was sitting what, third or?
you were sitting
Yeah.
third. I'm like, if Plant can get around him and get a run, he can get up there and win this thing. Well, caution came out. You got second. I'm like, oh, he's in the catbird seat. If he can get around Sprecher and keep it going, he's got this win.
Yeah. Whenever I was sitting in third, I had full belief that Spanker was gonna pull that off. I got by D Smith. I don't know if I pinched him in the wall. Hopefully I didn't. If I did, I'm really sorry about that. Um, but I really thought he had it, and then whenever the caution came out, it was just a toss-up because we both running the same setup. I gave him exactly what I have, and hopefully one of us got it, and luckily I was able to get it, but I still hate it for Spanker though, because
He
I
was
know
up
he
there a
really wanted
lot.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, man, I thought you did a heck of a job. Good job staying in there and not giving up. Really,
Oh yeah, I
congratulations.
definitely appreciate it. I just want to thank Group Motorsports, Underdog Racing. They help us out a lot. And this whole league, if anybody wants to join, they can hit us up anytime. Hit one of the captains up, admins, etc. And we'll definitely help you out and try to get you in here and find you the right place to get going. But I definitely appreciate it, guys. Y'all did an incredible job in the booth, and I thank y'all a lot for doing this for us.
Thank you.
But
And thanks for putting on a good show as always. I always say that to everyone, but you really do. You guys do. And um, congrats on the win. I hope you enjoy it. It's always good talking to you in Victory Lane, man.
oh yeah, I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Yeah, have a good one.
You too,
You
bro.
too, man. All
All right.
right,
You want to
I'm
see if
gonna
we can
get,
get anyone else in,
I'm
or?
gonna get trying to get Sprecher. I don't have Broom, but I'm gonna try to get Sprecher in here.
All right.
I don't
All
know if
right.
I have him as a friend or not. I think I have him.
Yeah, we can see. It's been a nice long night of racing.
I don't
I hope
actually.
everyone's been enjoying it, and it's nice to go through this. And it's funny, seeing a race like that, and life as a plant put it very nicely, saying, "I wish we could have went green longer." Yeah, man, I was saying that too. I can hold my tongue, but there's just so much you can really give up, and it's been a long night already for these drivers, and uh, that guy's not lifting for me. Why should I lift for him? It just kind of it's a domino effect, and it
Yep, that's
happens.
okay.
But
Try to bring
we'll see.
second place in here.
Robbie would like to get NRG in. I don't mind if we invite him in. Do you
Oh yeah,
think you can?
if we have enough time, I'll do
Well,
the top five.
how about you invite him in so that we're not just sitting waiting to see if someone joins. We'll just
Well, I was
send the
trying to roll
invites to
down to
see.
the.
Yeah, but you never know if someone's gonna join or not.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't matter, dude.
Where are you
We've been on.
Uh,
And Taddy should be able to get in here, right? He was in here earlier.
all right.
Spanker, you go for it. Go for it, man. Ask him some questions.
Honestly, what was your thoughts on the last restart?
Well, I saw a plant coming through the field, and me and him obviously have similar setups, but he told me before the race that he changed his gearing. And when I was racing against him on the other restarts, I've noticed that his gearing was better than mine. So when I saw him coming up through the field, I was getting a little nervous. And when he finally got into second and that last caution came out, I'm like, oh no, because I knew he'd have good enough gearing to drive it in turn two and get the run off the corner on the outside. And I mean, I could do that to some cars. I could like drive it really deep into turn one and nail the throttle coming off two. And then my car just gets a little bit sideways coming off the corner, but I was able to lift to just, not spin out. And if I did that against him, like he had the momentum and everything, and he just went right on by, and I'm like, well, that was the race right there.
Honestly, I was just talking to Plant. He was just in here. I was telling him, and I told Enoch, as soon as I got 5 to go, I looked where Plant was at. I'm like, Plant's going to win this.
Yep. I
It's
heard you
just,
say it on the broadcast too.
yeah,
I'm
it
like,
just,
Oh
well,
no.
where he was sitting, I'm like, like I said in the broadcast, if he could get in there, and Enoch's like, make it 3 wide, I say, I wouldn't do it 3 wide because there's going to be a caution prior to it anyways. But got in
Dude.
there, and I'm like, that caution came out with 2 to go. I'm like, oh man.
Right. Yo,
I'm
it's...
like,
Sorry, go for it, man.
they're good, man. You're good.
Oh, dude.
Oh man.
Yo, Spanker, man. You led the most restarts, I feel. You're always up there. And there are even times, I think, like early on in the race, I feel like you were close to the back. Like, and you held your own, man. Were you playing like strategy early on in the race? I know it didn't mean much at the end, but how'd you work your way up there? Without having much time to do it. Like, not many green flag laps.
yeah, what I did at the first time was I would, get in the lead, and then I'd get probably around like 85% tire on the right rear, and then I would pit, and that would send me like closer to the back.
Okay. And then
But
you would wait until 85 came again, kind of thing, and at
yeah,
that point it
and then,
worked your way up. Okay.
yeah, and if you got on the outside on the restarts, like that line was freaking moving. Like you could get from freaking
That's
like
yeah.
eighth to fourth in like freaking 2 corners if that line is really moving up there. I mean, it was
Yeah, that's weren't you saying that, Grim? The
Yeah, so
outside line, man.
if
Yeah.
you can get the outside running, majority of this game, if you can literally get that outside run, you're going to be quicker than the bottom. If you can figure out the sweet spot on the high side on most tracks.
Yeah. Well, I thought you know, it stinks, but next time, man. I thought you did a hell of a job.
No, I told Plant in the party, I'm like, Plant, if I lose this race, I want to lose it to you. And I'm like, but I really want to win this race.
Hey,
And
man,
it didn't work
a
out.
lot of respect. You guys show a lot of respect. It's nice to see. But hey, man, good job there. And I can't wait to see you at the next track. Well,
Yeah,
you
I
go
can't
enjoy
wait
your
for the
night.
next track.
Alright. Alright, it looks like we got NRG. You were asked to be in here by request,
Yeah,
man.
you got special requests to come into the party.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
so I couldn't let it down. I'm like, yeah, we'll just go right ahead. Who actually special request him? I have to go to the chat
Robbie.
here. Yep, Robbie special request.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel special. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. How'd your night go for you, man? Sorry.
Oh, I don't even. I probably shouldn't get too far into this conversation. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what I just did tonight with like 4 hours of my life. Definitely some guys in there that shouldn't be in there. I'm not gonna put out any names. It's pretty obvious though.
It looked like
How
just
I-
honestly a lot of pushing and shoving and not a lot of give tonight, honestly.
Oh, I mean, Texas, I already knew that was going to be rough just because, I mean, even during the Xfinity race Thursday night, I mean, turn 4 was just as much of a problem with the Cup cars as it was the Xfinity cars. So, I mean, I knew that race was going to be, we were going to have some issues there. which we ended up having some green flag runs, I think, at the end of stage 2 and a lot of stage 3. But, just, some people, they don't want to give you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. Bristol, nobody, everyone had different gears, so takeoff speeds were a little bit different.
That's a good
There'd
point.
be a couple guys that would, they would have better first and second gear than the 2 cars in front of them, so it's like, oh, hell, we might as well take it 3 wide going into turn 1 at Bristol. That makes a lot of sense. But, yeah, and it literally started from, if it was last green-white checkered, that's one thing. I still don't think it's a good idea at Bristol, but literally it started from lap 1. All around, it was just a rough night. Finished, I think, 11th because I got taken out at Texas and had to fight my way back just to get 11th, and then somehow I just tried to keep the car clean and not have a bunch of damage, so I didn't have to pit on that last few cautions at Bristol, and avoided some cautions and managed to get back up to 4th or 3rd, whatever it was. I don't even remember. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, was it 4th?
Yep.
Well,
That's right.
I give you a lot of credit, man, for doing all that, and that it's tough to go through that. You said 4 hours, right? That's a lot, and but hey, it's all learning experience. I thought you did well. You were clean, so good job, bud.
I appreciate it, man. Hopefully, hopefully we'll get some things, cleaned up. Get some people put in the appropriate series, and
yeah, we'll leave that for others to worry about.
Yeah, and hopefully the racing, because we actually didn't have terrible racing at Auto Club last weekend or on Wednesday, and there were some issues, but those issues are going to happen in every race. I don't care where it's at; they're bound to happen. But to have as many as we did tonight, that it was rough.
Nanner, to lighten the mood, I had a request from Michael in the chat. He goes, for you.
He goes nothing. Yeah.
The last guy that was in here, Spanker, his car kind of looked like a banana peel. He had that yellow car, but no, he wasn't part of the problem. There was cars that were actually banana peels pretty much the entire race. People think that loose is fast on this game, and it's not the case. If you're starting off loose, it's just going to get looser, and people were loose from the start, and it sucked knowing that all of myself and my teammates all had really good long run cars, and I think our longest run might have been 7 laps maybe at Bristol. So there was no strategy put into it until you're planning your strategy, trying to figure out if you're going to have 5 cautions or 500 cautions. And we got 100 or 500 laps at Bristol Wednesday night, so that ought to be exciting.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, I think it'll be a little different. But
I hope so.
Hey, like I said, really good job with logging those laps. You're clean, man, and it was. I like that car you had too, man. That's sweet. Good job.
I appreciate it. I kind of like it. I put a little bit of effort in it, but it didn't take too damn long. It was
no. How long does it?
It's fun to have a kind of a replica of a paint scheme I watched growing up as a kid. So
there you go. But hey, on that note, man, thanks for joining us, Robbie. Thank you for suggesting NRG. And actually, not just you, man. Thanks to all the viewers. You guys are great. The questions, that was fun too, man. Going through all that, and you stuck it out too. Thanks to all the viewers. Yeah. Don't forget too about Robbie. Check us out on Facebook. Go spread the word. Let's help some good people. Help others that need the help.
Sure.
But did we try to get Taddy in here?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him in here.
Yeah. I think if he hasn't joined by now,
he doesn't. Yeah, I'm guessing he probably doesn't want to chat. He's
usually he just hops back in.
Right now.
No worries.
Yeah, he said give him a minute. He'll be back.
All right,
Oh,
all right. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Um, so yeah, man, I didn't even race and I'm fried. I don't know about you
oh yeah.
guys.
There's a lot of good racing though tonight. I mean, there
Oh
was like
yeah.
there's spots in back and forth, but I mean, in all honesty, it wasn't bad racing.
I gotta say, NRG. So yeah, Bristol, there was a lot of cautions and not a lot of green flag runs. But I remember
Yeah.
there was this one little, this one little stint, and I was actually happy that there was a caution because like it seemed like it was last lap type of stuff. It's if I was leading and I was going through what the leader was going through. It's like I don't think I could do that much longer.
Uh,
I need a break. So, there was still really good racing. It's just, oh man.
it just depended on who you were restarting around. I
I
mean,
guess,
obviously, if you're
yeah.
like, if you're starting 1 through 4, and our cars on Noco's team, they were specifically set up to run that high side, which
Were they?
D Smith
Cool.
put a lot of work into it. So I mean,
D
obviously,
Smith was sick too, man.
yeah,
He was going.
he had a really good idea. He put a lot of work into it. So assuming that the schedule stays the same and we end up going back to um, Bristol on Wednesday, I would think that he'll be a car to definitely watch. He's
Cool.
put a lot of work in there. So
Okay, yo, I like that. I like to hear that. I did not know about him with that situation, the setups. That's nice. Good job
yep.
done, man.
So
He killed it. Um, yeah. Wow. Uh, man, this is like the first time I've ever not had anything to say. I usually always have something to talk about, but
oh well. I
man,
mean,
I'm
yeah.
fried.
There was not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, a lot of finger pointing tonight. Hell, the
Yeah,
chat
well,
still this chat's still going nuts here.
dude, it's everyone's fault. I don't think you can pinpoint
No,
anyone.
there was. I mean, there was some guys that were worse than others, but there was also guys that typically don't cause issues that they got fed up and
Yeah, yeah,
they.
yeah,
I mean, there was a breaking point after about 100 laps. I mean, even maybe not even that, but I mean,
yeah.
even myself, I caught myself, getting a little more frustrated than I usually do, and like I'm
Yeah.
not one to hop in the chats and start finger pointing.
So,
I'll complain within my team chat, but I'm not gonna hop in the actual chat and
no,
start
no,
finger pointing
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah. But like I was
So
saying to Trey and Grim, it's like if one person's not gonna do it, like not gonna comply, why should I have to? And then
yeah,
it just boils over. But
and you want
Taddy,
to
thanks
for
for
the sake
joining,
of
bud.
good racing.
Yeah, of
Shit, what's up,
course, of
Dad?
course.
What's up, sexy voice man energy?
It's a weird thing to say to your son, but all right.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm just playing. Yo, Taddy, dude. I really liked what you did at Bristol. I think you needed to do. I thought you raced a little aggressive towards the end to get that lead, and I freaking liked it. Sorry to say
Ooh,
And
that,
then
but
really?
got loose
excuse me.
right in front of me, and then I wiped him out.
I liked it. I liked it. I thought so. Unless I'm wrong, then my bad.
We were all kind of getting a little aggressive there
Yeah,
towards the end, man.
yeah.
Things kind of boiled over. Everyone got it from everyone there.
But yeah. So Taddy, what do you think about tonight?
Uh, as a driver or as a league owner?
Let's go driver.
Let's go
I'm gonna go
driver.
driver.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
driver first.
As
yeah.
a driver, it was rough as hell, and I'm done giving room, and so I pushed the issue just like you said, and man, actually, I felt bad. So Sprecher, via Graham, is Sprecher. His name is actually Spanker. Uh, he started on the outside of me a lot of times, and I had hell of a restart. My gearing was awesome. I had a 3 gear setup, which most people were running a 4 gear setup. So my takeoff was amazing. And so I would try to drift up, and cut that line off. And on my screen,
Yeah, yeah.
I was clear. And Spanker said that I wasn't clear, and I put him into the wall. I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to cut that runoff that he would have on the outside line. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what
I
you
knew
mean,
that
dude.
if we were
Everyone needs
side
to
by
like save their
side,
videos
yeah,
after because it really
I
does
knew
show a
that on it.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that on exit he was going to have the run, so I was trying to
Yeah.
clear him and cut his line off to make him have to back off.
Right.
He said that I put him in the wall. I wasn't trying to do that. If that's what the broadcast show, that's my bad. I swear on everything that wasn't my intentions. I was trying to
It
just
wasn't
simply
hard or
cut his
anything. I
line
mean,
off.
we've seen worse
Yeah,
in the back of the pack. I mean,
but that
either.
was my
It's
game
not like he
plan. Is I
cut
was
through. It's not
literally,
like he dove in.
I was just trying to stop his run. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. But I
It
understand where
was
he's
given
going
he
at
was
too.
going to have it. And on my screen, I was clear. And then he said I put him in the wall. And Spencer and I were actually in the same chat. So he was even like, don't do it, don't do it, you know? And I'm like, I got to do it, you know? Like that's racing. He wasn't mad. He wasn't upset, nothing like that. You know, I did feel bad after he said I put him in the wall, but that was not my intentions.
Yeah.
But as you guys probably noticed, even when I restarted on the outside, I had a hell of a takeoff. Like that 3 gear setup, like I had a hell of a takeoff.
Yeah. No, I could tell. And I'm looking at the chat right now. Michael Moore says it's Bristol, baby. It is. Yeah, that happens. I think everyone's
Michael
gonna get
Moore,
over it real quick.
Michael
Um.
Moore, me and Deborah, we almost got into P1, but little troubles.
And Robbie has a question. Will we have Bristol in Xfinity?
There is an Xfinity Bristol. It's not custom setup, but
That's
there
good.
is a Bristol Xfinity.
All
Uh,
right.
Bristol just all around, right? So it's a hard track, you know, and
Yeah, yeah, it is,
the
dude.
Xfinity Series goes to Bristol on week 6. This is week 4. So they got a couple weeks away. I think there's a couple road courses from now till then, but Bristol's a hard track and it's
Yeah.
a driver's track. It's not something that you can just. Let me go back to this now as a league owner. There were
Please,
some
please.
drivers we've seen tonight that possibly don't belong in the Cup Series. Um,
Facts.
there's drivers tracks and there's racetracks. Um, Daytona, Talladega, those are racetracks. Bristol, Martinsville, your Richmonds, your Charlottes, those are drivers tracks. Like it's all on the driver. Texas, actually, that's another drivers track. The
Yeah.
people that finish in the top 5 there, those tracks, those are the types of drivers that they belong in this series. That you earned it if you finish there. These wreck fests, you know, we're trying to fix that, and the only way we can fix that is by minimizing some of the drivers that are in the Cup Series. I hate to say this on air. We got some guys, you know, with this draft and all that stuff that they just don't belong here. But we're working on sorting that out. You know, the same thing being said, those same drivers that are right there in the issue in the Cup Series, they're great and talented Xfinity drivers. You know, so don't get me wrong by saying they're just not good drivers.
Yeah. You also
They
got to
are.
think they may have had a bad
They don't
night.
belong in
You
the
know.
Cup Series. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
there's bad nights. You know,
And
custom
it's
set up at Bristol.
Bristol, so come on.
Well, but
It's
even
so
going
many
back to Texas,
factors.
though, you know, it was
Oh
the same
yeah, you're
drivers
right.
causing
You're
the
right.
issues.
Good call.
You know what I mean? And both tracks tonight were drivers' tracks. And so you have an issue at Texas. I understand that. It's a hard track. You have an issue at Bristol. I understand that that's a hard track. You have an issue at both tracks. You probably don't deserve them in the Cup Series.
Yeah. Well, I think it was a
Energy
big
knows.
learning experience for a lot of
Yeah.
people tonight. And thanks
This
again,
is
man, for
probably the
putting
first
this
time in
on.
the Cup Series that we've gone to true driver tracks, 2 driver tracks in one night.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned how much of a mental stress that was gonna be, and
And on
I
completely
feel like it
opposite ends
had
of
to
the
have been.
spectrum. You got a
Yeah.
giraffe, loose turn 4 to
Yeah.
a rhythm. You get out of your rhythm, you're going to wreck yourself type track. You know what I mean? Like there's two completely opposite ends of the spectrum tracks. And actually, you know, we had some cautions, naturally. But I actually thought the racing wasn't that bad.
I didn't think so either, man. I always enjoy watching you guys. You always do a heck of a
Real
job.
quick, while we're on the broadcast, I do want to say I had one hell of a car at Bristol. And this is going to sound bad with what I'm going to say, but I take Sunday as my practice for Wednesday.
Oh, I think a lot of
Because
people do.
to everybody here, in the league or whatever, we run on Wednesday. We run a 100% race of the custom setup race that we do on Sunday. So Sunday's 50% learn your car. I know what my car has now. I can tweak on it a little bit, and I'll be good to go come Sunday or Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's cool. We got something to look forward to. See if a lot of these drivers make some tweaks. See how that 100% race goes on Wednesday. Tomorrow night we've got our boy Grim. You're gonna be racing. Where'd you say? Where was it? Richmond and Michigan or something?
Yeah, we're racing 2 races, right, Taddy? For trucks tomorrow
Yes.
night.
Awesome,
Alrighty.
awesome. So
I think tomorrow's a 100% Richmond race.
Oh God.
there
All
you
right.
go. All right. Well, it's been an awesome night. Good racing, some different racing, and I can't wait to hear about the stories from the other drivers. But you guys got anything to close it out with? Whoever's left in here still?
No, we'll move on tomorrow, and hopefully, our truck guys are ready to go, and hopefully, it'll be, some real entertaining racing tomorrow night.
Always is. I think he said it perfectly there, man. Well, let's see what tomorrow brings. We got a lot of good racing. So this is Enoch 22 with Giggity Racing League, and I've got who's in here still? Grim, Taddy, NRG, Trey. Thanks a lot, man, for joining. Good job to the winners tonight, and Giggity Racing League. Love you guys. Come check us out tomorrow. On that note, I'll see you on the track.